What's up, everyone? I know I am very late to the party on this episode, but, thought I'd check in. But I know I'm very late to the party on picking teams for franchise, in Madden 22, so I'm just gonna make a top 10 and pick the teams that I want, or I think are good. So, starting out with the San Francisco 49ers, of course, you have George Kittle, breakout tight end in 2019. They picked up Trent Williams last season. Fred Warner had his stud season in 2019. Nick Bosa, the 2019 Rookie of the Year. Juszczyk, the solid fullback. They picked up Alex Mack this year in franchise and free agency. Raheem Mostert has always been that flashy back, you know. But let's get into your options here. Starting off with George Kittle. He's a superstar X Factor, 27 years old. Pretty good speed, very good hands, especially for a tight end these days. As you see, last year in 2020, he unfortunately got injured, which ended his season. Well, we played 5 games, I think, last season. But yeah, solid option for Kittle. And your option at quarterback. Do you want to start Jimmy Garoppolo? He's 75 overall, and he's getting older, and his ratings are decent, but not perfect, or let alone good enough. Or do you start Trey Lance, the pick out of North Dakota State? Lance was a surprise pick in the draft because due to him being in a Division II school, not expecting him to be as good. So, do you want to start him, or do you want to start Jimmy Garoppolo for the first couple games? Me personally, I will start Trey Lance. Seems solid, especially on the O-line. That, like I said, they picked up Trent Williams. Lincoln Tomlinson's always been a decent guard. Alex Mack's been up and down the road the past couple years. Aaron Banks, I drafted him out of Notre Dame. 68 overall, but he's a solid offensive guard. 85 strength, which is really good right now. Impact blocking's good. You want to develop him for sure into a pass blocker, but if you want to get a run game going, you can use him there. And the right tackle is Mike McGlinchey out of Notre Dame as well. Your left end is Eric Armstead or D Ford. I would honestly start Armstead. I would honestly start Armstead in the middle and put D Ford at left end because Nick Bosa's on the other side. And you have Javon Kinlaw, and you would have Maurice Hurst, but he got hurt, and DJ Jones. I would honestly try and find a solid backup or a new guy to play in the D-line in the defensive tackle position. These linebackers, outside of Fred Warner, are not the greatest. Dre Greenlaw, pretty sure this is I don't know, but apparently he's injured with a growing tear. And your corners, Jason Verrett's your top guy. You have Quan Williams, Josh Norman, Emmanuel Mosley, and Kirkpatrick as your solid guys. Jimmy Ward is in his 8th year as a starter and is 30. His ratings are still top-notch for a strong safety, especially for the 49ers. He's got 88 speed, 90 acceleration. Not the best zone coverage, but he's a solid hitter. I wouldn't mind. I suggest keeping him around. Jaquiski Tart is in his 7th year with 90 speed and 86 hit power, as well as not the best coverage skills. What are you going to do with these safeties? And your halfback. Raheem Mostert's hurt, so you have Trey Sermon out of Ohio State, who is a solid pickup in the draft. He's got 86 speed, 93 acceleration, decent carrying skills, not the best break tackle, but Sermon's not the power back guy. And because Jeff Wilson Jr. is hurt, if Trey Sermon goes down, your next guy is Elijah Mitchell, who is not the greatest, with 90 speed, 90 acceleration, which is really good, but not the best in moves. So he's going to get out in the open field quick. Not the best in moves. But Raheem Mostert, before he went down with an injury, with a fractured kneecap, so he's going to miss the entire season. But he has 97 speed and 96 acceleration. Very good, ball carrier skills, ball carrier, moves. Not the best break tackle, but Ricky Mostert's the type of guy to get in the open field. Your wide receivers are solid with Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. But other than that, Mohamed Sanu is your next best guy. So try and find his replacement or, draft someone. There's also some good free agents out there that you could pick up. All in all, I think the 49ers are a really good team. And I think with a couple of good moves or good playoff, just good games you have, you can turn this team around. Back to the Super Bowl, maybe. You could compete your first season. You'll have struggles with the wide receiver situation, but your defense will be stingy enough. That's always good. Moving on to the next team. That team is going to be the Denver Broncos. Broncos have always been this team that has been struggling ever since Peyton Manning left. Now you have some options here. At quarterback, you have Teddy Bridgewater, who's going to be your starter over Drew Lock. Your running back, they let Philip Lindsay walk in free agency due to Melvin Gordon being the starter. And Melvin Gordon's a very good halfback. Not the fastest guy, but he'll break some tackles and get some jukes in for you. All around solid back. Javonte Williams, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, is your rookie back that they drafted. 87 speed, 89 acceleration, 91 carrying, which is really good. Solid guy. Your wide receivers are Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, who's hurt right now with a broken ankle. I don't know if that's either simulation, if that's just random franchise injuries, or if he's actually injured with that. I don't know. Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler are your two receivers alongside Cortland Sutton. Now Sutton is coming off an injury, I think, which sidelined him for most of the season, last season. But all in all, solid receiving core, especially once Jerry Jeudy's back and healthy. Your tight end is Noah Fant out of Iowa in his third season. 91 catching for a tight end is really good in this game right now. Not the best in the medium to deep route running, but his short route running is pretty good. Along with his speed, solid. I cannot pronounce his name. Garrett Bowles is your left tackle. He's an older one, but he's still pretty young. 90 strength, 85 pass blocking, which is really good. Alongside him is Dalton Rinzer, the third-year lineman out of Kansas. 87 strength, solid blocking skills, not the best, but he'll be that lead blocker for Melvin Gordon. Lloyd Cousenbury, the third, is not the best at center. Graham Glasgow is okay. 77 overall, 88 strength. He's going to be a good run and he's going to be a good run blocker and a decent pass blocker when it comes to power. Solid awareness, which is really good. Bobby Macy's injured, which means your neck with an ACL sprain. Never mind. So he'll play the regular season. Your left end is Draymond Jones and Shamar Stephen. Steel line is not the best, but you can work with this, You can, pretty sure you be able to find your solid options. Von Miller, future Hall of Famer, is insane in this game, especially with his Fearmonger X Factor. He also has edge threat and adrenaline rush, which is going to help him even more and get into the quarterback. Alexander Johnson is your linebacker, along with Josie Jewell once he's healthy, but Micah Kaiser is your backup till then. Your solid run stopper, 88 tackling with his boost will help, 88 acceleration, 83 hit power. Bradley Chubb unfortunately got hurt again and he's got a fractured kneecap. So Malik Reed is your right outside linebacker. Not the best stats, especially for a right outside linebacker. Your cornerbacks. These corners are absolutely stacked. Got Bryce Callahan, Kyle Fuller, Ronald Darby, and the rookie Patrick Surtain Jr. Or Patrick Surtain II. Surtain has 91 speed, 90 acceleration, solid jumping. He'll be your man cornerback. I suggest playing him in the slot as well. Justin Simmons, one of the best safeties in the game in terms of free or strong. Very good play rec, very, very good coverage skills. And his stingy Broncos defense also has Kareem Jackson. Unfortunately, Kareem Jackson is in his 11th year, so you're going to need to find his replacement soon. Whether that be drafting or trying to pick up some young guy through trading, that is. This Broncos team is okay. You know, they lost some pieces from last season, which really helped them out, like Philip Lindsay, AJ Boye. But all in all, it seems really solid, you know. You've got some young guys in Judy and Surtain. That's your choice. You want to start a quarterback. Do you want to start Teddy Bridgewater, or do you want to start, you know, Drew Lock? Next, but moving on to the next team I want to talk about is the Cincinnati Bengals at number 8. The Bengals are coming off of a lost year due to Joe Burrow being injured, unfortunately. He got injured against the Redskins and was on a Rookie of the Year candidate season. Probably would have won the Rookie of the Year. First off, your quarterback is Joe Burrow. Enough said. But anywho, Joe Burrow, of course, had 2,688 passing yards, with 13 touchdowns and 5 picks before he ended up getting hurt. Solid stats for a rookie quarterback. Your running back is Joe Mixon, who has solid speed and acceleration, very good carrying. Not the best when it comes to breaking out a few tackles, but he'll make some moves for you, especially once he gets to the open field. Your receivers are Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Auden Tate, and Jamar Chase, who they picked up in the draft. Jamar has 92 speed, 89 acceleration, solid route running for a rookie, 95 jumping, which will help. Not the best with his hands, but you have time to work with that. Tight end is where you really need to find someone, because CJ Uzama is not your man. 83 speed, 80 catching, not the best route running skills. Solid acceleration, but not the best route running skills. Your offensive line on the left side is led by Jonah Williams and Quentin Spain. Trey Hopkins is your guard. Xavier Suafilo is your right guard. And Riley Reef is your right tackle. So this O-line is not the greatest. Sam Hubbard at least gives you a fun little piece on the defensive line to work around with. He's got solid finesse moves. Good acceleration. You need to work on his power moves, but you can work with the finesse for now. You got Trey Hendrickson, who I think was picked up in free agency. Also rushes with finesse. He's actually pretty good. He's got 89 acceleration. Not the best strength, unfortunately, but Hendrickson's in his 5th year. DJ Reader and Larry Ogunjobi are your defensive tackles. Reader has 88 strength with 92 play rec and 88 block shedding, which is really good. And Ogunjobi is the free agent that's coming from Cleveland with the whole Myles Garrett scandal he was involved with. 88 strength, 77 play rec, block shedding, 80 play rec. Not the best, but that's what you got for now. Jordan Evans is your left outside linebacker. I'd recommend finding an option immediately. Jermaine Pratt is your starting middle linebacker. Again, I'd start finding someone immediately. And Marcus Bailey is his backup. Logan Wilson is hurt, so you're working with Akeem Davis-Gaither, who was the rookie last season with 88 speed, 91 acceleration. He's very quick, but not the best when it comes to rushing the passer or even in coverage. So you're going to need to work with that until Logan Wilson is hurt. But Logan Wilson will be playing in the regular season. 85 tackling, 85 speed, solid acceleration. Pretty good. Your cornerbacks are Mike Hilton, Trey Waynes, Chidobe Awuzie, Darius Phillips, and Eli Apple. Not good. Jesse Bates is your free safety. Solid option, especially when it comes to picking off passes. He's got 89 speed, very good zone coverage. Not the best when it comes to tackling or hit power, but he'll get some picks for you. As he ended up racking up 3 by the time his season was done. Strong safety is Ricardo Allen, but he got a groin tear, so Von Bell is your option. For now, Bell racked up 161 tackles, 144 solo tackles in 2020, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries as well. Bell has some good hit power and some good speed, but not the best in coverage as well. Bengals team is solid. You've got some building blocks on defense with both Jesse Bates, Sam Hubbard, and on offense with Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase with Tyler Boyd working with them, and T. Higgins. You have some building blocks to work with. Unfortunately, you don't have the best offensive line, and your secondary is not as good. So you can turn this team around by maybe year 4. Moving on to number 7. The Los Angeles Chargers are a team that is looking pretty solid throughout the year so far. You're going to be playing against Patrick Mahomes in the AFC in this conference. I don't know what it's called, unfortunately. I forget. But I know you're facing off against the Broncos and the Raiders as well. And the Raiders are looking pretty solid as well. On the offensive side, Justin Herbert is your quarterback. Coming off a Rookie of the Year season, I think he set rookie record with passing yards and touchdowns, I think. He's got a cannon, he's got a solid arm, good throwing stats, not the best deep accuracy, but you can work that up as well as medium. He's only in his 2nd season. Austin Eckler is your back, seeing as how Melvin Gordon left for the Denver Broncos. But Eckler's got 92 speed, solid breaking tackle and moves in the field. He's also going to be a good back when it comes to receiving as well. The undrafted rookie out of Western Colorado. Wide receivers are Keenan Allen and Mike Williams with Jalen Guyton. Or Guyton, I don't know how to say his name, sorry. Keenan Allen, though, is a solid receiver. Very underrated as well. 88 speed, so pretty slow, but the rest of these stats are insane. And he's your go-to guy. And Mike Williams, with his 6'4" frame, with his 89 speed, solid route running, and catching ability. Your tight end is Jared Cook, if you know. Hunter Henry left for the Patriots, I'm pretty sure. But this O-line, they did draft Rashawn Slater, solid offensive lineman out of Northwestern, 85 strength, pretty good impact blocking. You got Matt Filer on the outside, on the left side as well. Corey Linsley, not the best right guard with Uday Abushi, I guess I hope his name is right, and Brendan James. And Brian Bulaga is out for 11 weeks, so your backup is Michael Schofield III out of Michigan. Schofield is unfortunately not the greatest. Your left end is Justin Jones. Jerry Tillery is your right end. Defensive tackles Linville Joseph and Christian Covington. Joseph is a solid option as defensive tackle. He's going to stop the run a lot with his 97 strength, 85 tackling. Not the best when it comes to shedding, but that 97 strength is a big play part. Joey Bosa, the 2017 Defensive Rookie of the Year, I think. Is a monster, especially in now. I wish he was. You could move his position back to left end, which I think you'll get a big ratings boost if you do that. But with him playing at the outside linebacker position, he is still going to be a monster. As you can see, he rushes with finesse, and that's not the only thing he can rush with. He can rush with power as well, and he's very quick. Kenneth Murray Jr. is your middle linebacker out of Oklahoma. He's got 88 speed, 85 tackling, 85 hit power, solid covering skills. The 88 speed helps out a lot. Your right outside linebacker is Unchena Nwosa, I think that's how you say his name. And Chris Rump, or I hope that's how you say his name. I'm sorry if I messed it up. Rumpf. The second is a solid, offensive. Wow. Solid defensive linebacker. Jeez. With 81 speed, 80 acceleration, he's pretty quick when it comes to accelerating, but not the fastest guy. Their corners. They let Casey Hayward walk. Desmond King left in 2020. So you got Chris Harris Jr., Michael Davis, and Asante Samuel Jr. out of Florida State. With 92 speed, 93 acceleration. Unfortunately, pretty bad cover stats, but he's very quick. Free safety is Nassar Adderley and Mark Webb, who is from Georgia they drafted. 85 speed, 90 acceleration, 81 hit power for a free safety, especially for a rookie, is not that bad. Covering skills are terrible. You should really work that up. Derwin James Jr. out of Florida State as well is your Pro Bowl safety. Your all-pro. 90 speed, 91 hit power. I have this man on my Dolphins team that I'll be posting videos on. Well, not anymore because I'm almost done with it. But I'm doing the Chargers next. Let's say that, okay? 91 hit power. So I'm excited to use him once I actually do. Not the best zone, not the best coverage. Well, solid coverage, sorry. Not the best tackling, but his hit power is insane. Chargers are a squad that you could seriously contend in maybe your first or second year. You will need to find replacements on the offensive line. You need to build counter pieces. You need to build pieces around Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, and Mike Williams, I think his name is. So maybe find yourself a new tight end. What about the defensive line? Maybe work that up. All in all, it seemed really good. Moving on to the next team. Also in the AFC, the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are coming off of I think a lost season. I'm not entirely sure. They didn't do well, let's just say that, I don't think. With the Colts, of course, you're working with the insane DeForest Buckner on the defensive line. Buckner rushes with pretty much everything he has, which is finesse and power. 91 block shedding due to the boost. Also, you get the best left guard in the game, Quentin Nelson. I think second best in the entire game. With 97 strength and an all-around amazing skill set with 99 awareness, you have yourself your guard for the rest of your time playing with the Colts. You get to work with the terrific 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard. With 93 tackling, 99 pursuits due to his chemistry with his boost. But still good. 86 speed, 84 hit power. I think he can rush the passer as well. You have Ryan Kelly, Glover. Your quarterback, though. You're going to start Carson Wentz or Jacob Eason. You're starting Eason, you're going to be in a terrible position. Other than his throwing power and his short accuracy, he doesn't have much. And Wentz is not the best anymore. Unlike his 2017 or 26, whatever season they went to the Super Bowl, I think it was 2017. Unlike his 2017 MVP candidate season, he's not that guy anymore. unfortunately. So you're working with a quarterback looking for redemption. Your halfbacks. You probably have the best three half. Yeah, you probably have the best halfback trio in the game with Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, and Nyheim Hines. Jonathan Taylor is the terrific rookie. Is the terrific back that broke out last season, especially towards the end. He's got 93 speed, 87 break tackle, 95 carrying. Solid moves. Marlon Mack is the slower guy, but is definitely the one that you should still utilize well with 89 speed, 93 acceleration. He's solid when he gets in the open field. And Nyheim Hines with 93 speed as well. Solid acceleration. Not the best when it comes to breaking tackles, but he'll get some jukes and spins in there for you. Your receivers are T.Y. Hilton, but he is injured with a fractured elbow for 11 weeks. So take out the preseason, that's 7 weeks you're without your best guy. So you're working with Zach Pascal, Paris Campbell, and Michael Pittman Jr. Pascal is a pretty slow receiver, but has solid catching and route running, especially for being a number 2 guy. Paris Campbell is your speedster, 94 speed, 93 acceleration. Not the best catching and route running, but when he catches the ball, he might take it to the house. Michael Pittman, also a slower guy, but solid catching and route running as well. Your tight end is Jack Doyle with Mo Alley Cox. Doyle has 76 speed, 81 acceleration. 89 catching. Solid route running as well. The offensive line with Eric Fisher, Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Mark Glowinski, and Braden Smith. You have a top tier offensive line. Your defense, pretty much. Kimoko Ture, Kwity Paye, they drafted out of Michigan. He rushes with power, 86 strength, which is pretty solid, and Ben Bangu. So Kwity Paye and Kamoko Ture are 2 guys that are the same overall, so you can play them in any position. You can play them pretty much wherever. Quindon Muhammad and Taekwon Lewis are your right ends. Taekwon rushes with power, and that's about it. Quindon rushes with power as well, but he's got a solid acceleration and tackle boost. But he's not the best at rushing with power as Taekwon is. Of course, you get to work with DeForest Buckner, which, like I said, rushes with finesse and 91 strength. So you got yourself a beast. And you get Grover Stewart to work with, who has 92 strength, 89 play rec. Unfortunately, not the best moves, but he'll still get the job done. Left outside linebacker Darius Leonard out of South Carolina State. Bobby Okereke, I think that's how you say his name. And Matthew Adams, unfortunately. This right outside linebacking core is not the greatest. Your cornerbacks, you have Kenny Moore the second, Xavier Rhodes, Rocky Yashin, TJ Carey. And you have Justin Blackman and Andrew Sendejo with Kerry Wilson and George Odom in secondary. With the Colts, you get an interesting situation. Instead of having these solid quarterbacks or top-end quarterbacks like you do with the Niners, the Broncos, and the Chargers, you're getting a not-so-good, and the Bengals as well, you're getting a not-so-good quarterback in Carson Wentz or Jacob Eason. But all in all, you got a top-end guard, got solid defense, probably the greatest running back trio right now, with, like I said, Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, and Nyheim Hines. Moving on to number 5, I think this is, the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are a team that have a tenacious defense, not the best on offense, unfortunately. Your quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa, the second-year man out of Alabama. Tagovailoa's ratings are not the best, unfortunately. He's got a solid arm, good accuracy, but how long will he stay that way? Especially when you're going up against the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots. Your halfback is Myles Gaskin. You back up of him is Malcolm Brown. Not the best guys, especially when it comes to especially halfbacks these days. Myles Gaskin, pretty solid back, especially when it comes to his carrying. He's not going to fumble too often. He's got a solid change of direction as well. Malcolm Brown is pretty much the same, just literally one overall less in change of direction. A little more agile as well. Your receivers are Will Fuller the 5th, Devontae Parker, Jalen Waddle, Albert Wilson, Jakeem Grant, Preston Williams, and Allen Hurns. That was tough to say. That was a lot. Will Fuller is your quick receiver out of Notre Dame. His 6th year in the league. Solid route running, very good catching, especially since you're going up against a lot tougher teams. Devontae Parker, your 7th-year man out of Louisville. Solid speed, catching, and route running as well. Jalen Waddle was selected with the number 9 pick, I believe. No. Like 6 or 7, I'm not sure. I can't remember. But Jalen Waddle, your fastest man on the team. 97 speed, 95 acceleration. Enough said. But seriously, Jalen Waddle's a beast. I've already used him. Albert Wilson, Jakeem Grant, and Preston Smith are solid options in terms of backups. And Allen Hurns, unfortunately, is injured with a torn tricep. He'll be playing in week 4 for you. Your tight end is Mike Gesicki out of Penn State. Very good tight end. Not the fastest, but has good hands and route running. Your offensive line, not very good at all. Literally 73 overall and worse. So that O-line needs some serious work. But here's where the fun part gets in. The defense. Emmanuel Ogbah, Christian Wilkins with Adam Butler, Raekwon Davis, John Jenkins, Rennell Wren, Brandon Scarlett, Jerome Baker, Landon Roberts, I almost said it wrong, Andrew Van Gilken with Jalen Phillips as your second rookie. Very quick enough guy. Solid tackling, hit power, good strength as well. Your cornerbacks, of course, you have the dominant Xavier Howard. When will he finally get that elusive Defensive Player of the Year award? It is unknown for now. He's a ball hawk. I think he racked up 9 picks last season. 10 picks. And last season they picked up Byron Jones, player from Dallas. Byron Jones has 92 speed, solid man coverage. He excels when it comes to jump balls and press coverage due to his 98 leaping ability. Justin Coleman and Nick Needham are solid guys with Noah Igben. I'm not even trying to say his name. Jason McCourty is your free safety. Javon Holland, I would recommend starting him over and moving McCourty to corner. Holland has 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 79 hit power. Not the best cover skills, but it's okay for now. And your strong safety is Eric Rowe. Rowe has 89 speed, not the best hit power, but at least decent coverage for now. With the Dolphins, you have a tenacious defense. Not the best offense, though. And with this tenacious defense, you have a good, front 7. Secondary, not so much. Next team, I did not mean to do that, is going to be this number 4. Let's go with this one. The Houston Texans. Actually, no, not the Houston Texans. Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are a fun team. You get Dalvin Cook, at worst in the NFL right now, second best halfback in the league. Michael Pierce, Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks, Thielen, Jefferson, Hunter, Pat Pete, and Sheldon Richardson are your 80 to 95 overalls. Let's get into the team. Kirk Cousins is your quarterback, and Kirk Cousins is going into his 10th year, and he's 33 years old. His accuracy ratings are still solid for now. Medium accuracy is a bit of a concern, but eventually you will need to find yourself another quarterback. They did draft Kellen Mond of Texas A&M. Has 88 throw power, decent throw on the run with really good short accuracy, but other than that, nothing much. Your running back is Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had an outstanding season last season. 92 speed, 96 break tackle. He's a solid man, especially when it comes to making people look stupid in the backfield. Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson might be are a very good top end wide receiver duo. Thielen is of course going to be your slot guy with solid catching, route running, and agility, and Justin Jefferson is going to be your deep threat guy. Jefferson is coming off of a, I think, 1,400 yard season. I think that's a rookie record. With 91 speed and acceleration, 91 catching, that's insane. We'll check and see if I was right. Yes, 1,400 yard season on the dot. Wow. He might have led the league in receiving yards, I'm not sure. No, he didn't. He was nowhere near. Never mind. And other than him, you have D.D. Westbrook and Olipsy Johnson. I can't say his first name. But he's got a complete ACL tear. Irv Smith will be your starting tight end. I'm pretty sure he still will be. No, he won't. He's got a complete MCL tear. So Christopher Herndon's your tight end. Zach Randolph, I think his name is, left to the Giants. Your line, they drafted Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. He's got very good strength. He's going to be a good run blocker by the time he's fully developed. I say get to that when you can. Ezra Cleveland is your guard. Garrett Bradbury. His O-line is not the best. Brian O'Neill is pretty much your best guy. Danielle Hunter, though. The insane man who racked up 14 sacks 2 straight years in a row. He has very good moves, especially when it comes to finesse. He's very strong as well. Never mind, he's not very strong, but he's good when it comes to finesse. Everson Griffin had his horrible season with Dallas, and now he's reunited with the Minnesota Vikings. 87 strength, solid, but not the greatest, and he's 33, so you gotta find his replacement. Michael Pierce and Sheldon Richardson with Dalvin Tomlinson make up a pretty good defensive tackle trio. Michael Pierce is your second best player on the team with 95 strength and solid overall skill set. Sheldon Richardson is your veteran with a power rush scheme, 88 strength and 89 tackle. Dalvin Tomlinson is he's one of the younger guys, 88 strength as well, 87 tackle. Outside linebacker is Anthony Barr. He's a run stopper, but he does not have moves. He's quick, he can hit, and that's about it. Which is really all you need to look for in an outside linebacker. Eric Kendricks had a solid season last year. Pretty slow, but he's got solid tackling skills, good acceleration, good play rec, and awareness with some solid hit power. Nick Vigil is your best guy, but they did draft Chaz Surratt, I think it's Surratt or Surratt, I'm not sure. 85 hit power, 86 speed, 88 acceleration, 85 pursuit, solid skill set for a rookie. Patrick Peterson is your best guy. Mackenzie Alexander joined the team. Who he went from Cleveland, not Cleveland. He went from Cincinnati. He's also got Bashad Breeland and Cameron Daltzer, rookie last year, I guess. Pat Pete is your guy and your best corner. 91 speed is going to be your special teams man. Because he is older, he does not have the best cover skills. Mackenzie Alexander had a 79 overall. I'm pretty sure he has solid cover skills. Solid, yeah. Not the best, though. Xavier Woods is your free safety with Cameron Bynum, who they drafted out of Cal. That's solid speed and acceleration, but that's about it. I'd say start him over Xavier Woods. And Harrison Smith is finally not the top strong safety for the past 2 years. He's not 95 anymore, 91. Doesn't mean he's not insane. 93 hit power. Jeez, dude. Solid cover skills. 87 speed is really good. Solid abilities too. Stonewall and flat zone KO. Oh no! This Vikings team, you get a tenacious running back, you get a top end running back, a good receiver duo, solid defensive line, and linebacker with a great strong safety. But that's about it when it comes to this team. Your quarterback is older, like I said. D-line is not the best. Secondary isn't the best outside of Harrison Smith. He's got a lot of work to do. Next team, Tennessee Titans, at number 3. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, why are the Titans on here? They just got Julio Jones and Derrick Henry had a monster year. Well, it comes down to this defense. This defense is not good. Let's just get this out of the way. This is a painful part for me because I like the Titans a lot. Favorite AFC team. Denico, Audrey, and Laurel Murchison are not your answers there. Jeffrey Simmons had a solid third year, and they picked up Naquan Jones, but he's a 57 overall. PJ Hall and Jair Tart, not good. Bud Dupree they picked up in free agency. He's not going to do much in his first. He's going to do a lot, but he's not going to be that super answer that you're going to need. They did draft Rashad Weaver, who has solid hit power, speed, solid speed for now, I guess, and good acceleration. Middle linebacker is Rashawn Evans with Jayon Brown as his backup. Evans coming into his 4th year as a good run stopper. 90 tackling, 96 hit power. He's going to cause some fumbles for you. And Jayon Brown is your solid man out of UCLA going into his 5th year. 86 speed, solid awareness. I would say good cover skills, but it's not the best. Right outside linebacker is Harold Landry going into his 4th year out of Boston College. He's okay. He can rush off the edge. He's not the best when it comes to moves because he only got 82 finesse, which is his best skill set. But he can work. With that. Jackrabbit Jenkins, of course. He's your vet on the team. He doesn't have the best cover skills, but he's got good speed and agility. Caleb Farley is the guy that the Titans drafted, and Farley has 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 93 agility. Not the best cover stats. Christian Fulton was the rookie they drafted out of LSU, and Breon Borders is out of Duke. Kevin Byard is your best man in the secondary. Matter of fact, your best man on defense. He plays with zone. He's got solid speed, which is really good. He racked up 1 pick last year. Wow. And he missed 2018 and 19, so he had 8 picks his last good season. And they lost Kenny Vaccaro in free agency, so Amani Hooker is your strong safety. But he got a compound foot fracture, so he won't be playing until week 13, and I think that's a bye week for them, maybe. I'm not sure. So for right now, your starter, strong safety, is Matthias Farley. Farley's pretty good, when it comes to speed and pursuit, but that's not what you're looking for in a strong safety. But here's where the fun part kicks in. Ryan Tannehill's your quarterback. That's not the fun part, of course. Solid, though, especially in his, 10th season now. It's good accuracy rating, especially when it comes to short. 2019 Comeback Player of the Year. Here's where it gets fun. You have Derrick Henry, 6-year man out of Alabama. 92 speed, just not what the one part is. 92 break tackle, fun enough, I guess. 95 carrying, very good. 99 stiff arm. Okay, wait, what? 99 stiff arm? Yes, this man is the best stiff arm in the game. It's his signature move. Just like his signature dreadlocks ring hanging out the back of his helmet. He racked up 2,027 yards rushing with 17 touchdowns, easily winning the Offensive Player of the Year award. Julio Jones is a guy that they picked up after a trade they had with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not sure what they traded for him, but they traded him. But Julio Jones has 92 speed, very good catching skills, and he has a friend, A.J. Brown, who was the one who helped recruit him. The third-year man out of Ole Miss is insane. 91 speed, 93 acceleration, sign me up. Josh Reynolds and Chester Rogers with Marcus Johnson are your guys and are your backups. Actually, Josh Reynolds will be starting. But your tight ends, Anthony Fursker is your best guy. If you know, Delaney Walker left 2 years ago, and I forgot who it is. I have to go to the page to find out. Jonnu Smith left to the Patriots, unfortunately. So, the Titans are probably the most fun team to play with on offense. You get, oh yeah, let's show you the offensive line real fast. Offensive line is solid. You have Taylor Lewan, Roger Saffold, Ben Jones, Nate Davis, and Ty Sambroli. That's not the best. They draft Dylan Randon, sorry. 83 speed. He's going to be a pretty good lean blocker with his impact blocking as well. So yeah. Oh no, like I was stating, Titans. Probably the most fun team to play with in franchise mode right now because you get, like, maybe at worst in Madden, he's a third best halfback behind Nick Chubb, behind Chris McCaffrey, Nick Chubb. But at worst, this man's third or fourth best halfback. I'm saying it now, he's best halfback in the NFL right now. But anyway, with the Titans, of course, you get Derrick Henry, who's probably the most fun halfback to play with because he just runs everyone over with his stiff arm move as well. You get Julio Jones, a man who's probably going to moss a lot of guys. You get Tannehill with A.J. Brown as well. Solid O-line, too. Not the best defense, especially with only Kevin Byard being your best defensive player. Let's hope you can get Caleb Farley back to his old self at Virginia Tech before he ended up having to get back surgery. Surprised he fell as far as he did. That's most of the reason why teams didn't pick him up, because of that back injury. But with the Titans, top-end offense, which is why they're really fun to play with. Not the best defense, though. Horrible defense, unfortunately. I hate to say it. Kevin Byard, your best guy. And he's a safety. It's like when Jamal Adams was the best guy on the Jets in Madden 19. Not the best. Moving on to number 2. This team is going to be the Washington football team. With Scary Terry McLaurin, Kendall Fuller, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Chase Young, Brandon Scherf, William Jackson, Matthew Inez. I'm not even going to say that anymore. But anyway, your quarterback would be Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he's got a fractured hip out for 23 weeks. He's not going to play until the Super Bowl, and who knows if he'll even be playing in the Super Bowl. By then, you'll probably have, gotten Tyler Heineke, who's our starter, or Kyle Allen up to starting caliber. Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick are your halfbacks. Antonio Gibson is a solid back. 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 89 agility, 87 carrying, solid moves. Alex Smith unfortunately left, so that's why you're working with these guys. Your best player is Scary Terry McLaurin. It was 94 speed. I think it was a 4th round pick. in the 2018 draft. Or 20, I don't know. Fourth round pick, third or fourth round pick. But Scary Terry has 94 speed, 92 acceleration, 96 catching, which is going to help you with Kyle Allen or Tyler Heineke. Curtis Samuel is hurt, but I think he'll be fine. Yeah, out for 10 weeks. He'll be playing in week 7. Adam Humphries, who left the Titans to come here. Solid speed and catching ability. And Cam Sims. With sorry for pronouncing his name wrong. Dimey Brown, I think his name is. 91 speed, 91 acceleration. Pretty good. Your tight end is Logan Thomas or Ricky Seals-Jones. I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm sorry. Charles Leno Jr., Eric Flowers, Chase Roller, Brandon Scherf, and Cam Cosme, the rookie out of Texas. 83 strength, not good right now. Montez Sweat and Chase Young make up your backfield. Chase Young make up your defensive line so far. Chase Young had a monster rookie season. I think he racked up 10 sacks. 7 sacks, but did solid. And because he's 6'5", 264 pounds, he's going to dominate whatever tackle he goes up against. And you have Montez Sweat. You have Jonathan Allen, who is unfortunately injured with a quad strength. He'll be back for the regular season. And you have Deron Payne with Matthew Ioannidis. 30 tackles. Jonathan Allen are insane. Jonathan Allen's insane with 94 strength, solid block shedding, and Deron Payne is solid when it comes to run stopping, especially with his strength. And Ioannidis is here with his power rushing, with his 98 strength. Your linebackers are really going to struggle. Cole Holcomb is a good guy, I guess. Jamin Davis was drafted out of Kentucky. 90 speed, 85 tackling, 76 hit power, not too bad. John Bostic, and that's about it. Your corners, Kendall Fuller and William Jackson, who left Cincinnati in the free agency with Darryl Roberts. And you drafted Benjamin St. Just, I think that's how you say his name. 89 speed, solid skills with good press coverage. Your cornerbacks are, your safety is Cameron Curl, free safety at least, and Bobby McCain, starting Curl. Strong safety is Landon Collins, Derek Forrest, had groin tear. Well, Landon Collins, can you get him back to his dominant 2016 self? I say you can, you know. He hasn't been the best for a couple years, but if you can get him back to that dominant 2016 self, I think he'll be insane for you. Washington football team is just a team with some young talent and some old talent, but you're in a situation where you don't have the best quarterback, sorry. Unfortunately. Like, are you starting Kyle Allen? Or are you starting Tyler Heineke? And if Fitzpatrick is back for the Fitzpatrick will be playing 1 week in the regular season, and then it's off the playoffs. So even if you get that far, are you still starting Heineke or Allen once Fitzpatrick's healed? Or are you starting Fitzpatrick? Choice is completely yours, but honestly, I would stick with Heineke or Allen. Now, the number 1 team is the New York Giants. No, I'm kidding. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars, baby. But I'll make it a tie. It's between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. Let's talk about Jacksonville. Jacksonville's coming off an abysmal 1-15 record, which ended up getting them the number 1 pick to draft this man. Just Trevor Lawrence. Only one of the greatest college quarterbacks to come out of the draft. I think he lost 16 games his whole college career. And Miles Jack Let's start with the offense. So your offense, you have Trevor Lawrence. Only lost maybe two. I think his entire college career, he lost one or two games, which is insane. But Trevor Lawrence with this, you have 91 throw power, insane stats for a rookie right now, which is really good. Your halfback is going to be James Robinson out of Illinois State when undrafted. But Travis Etienne is Trevor Lawrence's teammate, and you're working under Urban Meyer, so you get two fun pieces to play with. Unfortunately, Etienne has a compound foot fracture, so he won't be playing till week 13. It's unfortunate. But James Robinson still has a good skill set, and whenever he was their star player, his team schemed around him, and he still managed to rack up 1,000 yards rushing, I think. And he did. Yeah, James Robinson is your starting halfback. Your receivers are Marvin Jones Jr., DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault, Tavon Austin, Jamal Agnew, and Tyron Johnson. So Marvin Jones and DJ Chark. DJ Chark is your fourth-year man out of LSU. Solid speed and catching and route running. Next man is Marvin Jones Jr., the vet out of Cal, and he left Detroit, which is surprising that he came here out of all places. Your tight end is James O'Shaughnessy or Chris Manhertz, and I think you have to start him. Yeah, because he won't be playing till week 18, maybe. I won't be playing till week 16. I think that's a bye week for them. Alright, your left tackle's Cam Roberts. You have a solid O-line with Andrew Norwell and Brandon Linder. But that's about it. You gotta work with that. Dewan Smoot is solid with Adam Gostis. They drafted Jay Tufeli, who has 88 strength, which is going to be helpful for him getting off blocks, of course. The other tackle is Devon Hamler, the rookie last season. Devon Hamilton. 91 strength, very good for the D-tackle, for sure. The outside linebacker is Kalavin Chasian, and they drafted Jordan Smith. Anywho. Sorry. He's got a solid skill set, 79 speed, 80 hit power. Pretty good. Middle linebacker is Miles Jack, the insane man. 87 speed and 88 tackling, 90 awareness. And he's going into 60 out of UCLA with Damian Wilson, unfortunately. But your right outside linebacker is Josh Allen. No, not the quarterback, the outside linebacker, of course. You could move back to end, honestly. I'm probably going to move him back to end when I start my Jaguars franchise, which I will start doing after I finish my Dolphin franchise, which I'm not going to show. But anywho, Jaguars franchise coming tomorrow. 86 speed, 88 acceleration, 87 pursuit. Solid player Josh Allen is. Cornerback is Shaquille Griffin with C.J. Henderson and Trey Herndon. With Nevin Lawson and Tyson Campbell coming out of the draft. Campbell has 92 speed acceleration, 88 agility, and 83 jumping with solid man coverage. Your safety is Andrew Wingard, but, your strong safety is Rayshon Jenkins. But they drafted Andre Cisco out of Syracuse. Cisco has solid hit power for a rookie, good speed and acceleration. This team is insanely young. Like, Miles Jack isn't even 26 yet. And he's in the league for 5 years. He came in the league when he was 20 years old. James Robinson is 23. Shaquille, look at this. Most of this team is under the age of 30. 31-30.